Belfast was written and directed by Kenneth Branagh, stars Caitríona Balfe, Judi Dench, Jamie Dornan, Ciarán Hinds, Jude Hill in his first movie, and Lara McDonnell. A semi-autobiographical film which chronicles the life of a working-class family and their young son's childhood during the tumult of the late 1960s in the Northern Ireland capital. When it comes to Kenneth Branagh's movies, he is a very interesting filmmaker. I don't love a lot of his movies, but I do enjoy his work as a filmmaker. I love his Fedora movie, Murder on the Orient Express is really good. Cinderella remake was actually very entertaining. Artemis Fowl wasn't very good, but that wasn't his fault. When it came to Belfast, I became interested because this was more of a passion project for him. And this was also a movie that it looked very intriguing, very heartwarming. And also, judging with the cast alone, this definitely looked like it was going to be one of the big Oscar players here. So, definitely going into this, I was very curious about it. And I was hoping it would actually be better than Artemis Fowl. Now, of course, Kenneth Branagh's movies are very well directed. He knows what he's doing, and I'm actually very excited still to see Death on the Nile, despite that movie's big delays. But I still went in, and I definitely have to say this is one of my favorite films of the year for me. The thing I very much love about Belfast is that this is a very personal, heartwarming, and really entertaining movie. And very much so that it's not a big action movie, it's not a big sci-fi film. This is a more personal story about family and what it means to be a kid, and definitely it goes for it here. I very much appreciate what this movie was trying to go for here. I loved what this movie had to offer in terms of the story that it was telling, and like I said, the movie is very light. It is more of a coming of age comedy and drama. There is some dramatic elements, but it's also some very comedic elements that I also very much appreciated. And I was definitely enjoying a lot of what this movie had to offer. Kenneth Branagh is allowed to bring a lot of heart and a lot of soul to a personal story. This is kind of more like about more of his movie about his life and how he had times as a kid. And I definitely felt that as I was watching the film. And Kenneth Branagh, the way he writes this movie, the way he shoots this movie, and the way he directed this film, even to the way this movie is edited for its 97-minute long runtime, I got to be invested into the story that it was telling. It's a very personal story about the world throughout a kid in the midst of war and tragic during the Irish times in the late 1960s to 1970. But I found the story to be very good, and the message that this movie taught me was that you never forget where you came from. Top on to that, I think this movie has some of the best performances I've seen all year. From Caitríona Balfe, who this is one of the first things I've seen her in, I think. And she does a very good job in her role as the mother of Buddy. I thought Jamie Dornan was really surprising. He's a very good actor, despite the whole thing with 50 Shades. I've not seen those movies, but I think he's actually a pretty talented actor if you give him the right stuff. And that's not an exception here. I also like Ciarán Hinds and Judi Dench as grandpa and grandma. They do very good jobs in the way. And Jude Hill, he conveys a lot of emotions in this movie. He's very happy-go-lucky. But he's also dealing with the things that are going around with his character: heartbreak, romance, family. And he's very good, and I could definitely see him getting an Oscar nomination as well. But easily the big surprise again, of course, is Lara McDonnell as the cousin Moria. Now, Lara McDonnell, when it comes to her as an actress, the only thing I saw her do besides this was Artemis Fowl. And while I did not like that movie, I thought she was one of the few things I actually very much liked. She was one of the things I thought was trying, and I think she had potential there. So going into this movie, I gotta say, she proved herself here yet again, and she proves why she is the star on the rise to look out for. Of course, she's an Irish actress, but she's a rising star. And of course, the performances all the way around are really great. I think the cinematography here is very beautiful. It is black and white, of course, for most of it. But when it does cut to color, you do get to see the color aspects of it. And it's a very well done screenplay where you get to spend time in this environment. You get to see the heartbreak and the trials and the determineships of it. And like I said, that's what's fun about it, is that you get to be in this environment of Ireland, what it was like back then, the first kid, and it did take me back, give me some nostalgia of going back to when I was younger and having a lot of fun experiences, also having to go through a lot of heartbreaks. We all have that kid inside us that is very, very well done. And there are some emotional moments here that I was very much into. I cared about the emotional moments, the emotional weights that this movie was caring for. And when you get down to the personal side of things involving the family and their test of trials, and I was very much into it. Jamie Dornan, of course, he was a very nice addition. To hear him sing as well, he did great. And the score and editing is also very well done. It's a very well done score by Van Morrison, and very well edited, of course. If I have any issues when it comes to Belfast, I will say that there is some moments where I feel like it is a little, some of the drama is a little bit undercut at times. It does feel like that in some areas, and not throughout the whole movie. There's just a few moments where it does kind of feel a little undercut. And I will say that there are some underutilization of some actors, a few actors in here I did want more of. I wanted a little bit more of some of the performances from it. And of course, it does have a little bit of your cliches when it goes to this personal story about a semi-autobiographical thing. But at the end of the day, that was very much it when it comes to my negatives. Because the movie was that interesting that I just was invested throughout. All in all, Belfast is one of my favorite films of the year. It's a very charming, personal, heartwarming, and really entertaining film that allows Kenneth Branagh to bring out a lot of heart and soul to a personal story about his life and this kid's life, about the world through a kid in the midst of war, and make it as effective and sentimental with some of the best performances from the cast, an impressive first time performance from Jude Hill, beautiful cinematography, a well done screenplay, a very good score. I would definitely recommend going to see this. I know some countries doesn't get it until later on, but if you can find this anywhere in your country, definitely go see this. I think this is worth a price of admission. I'm gonna give Belfast an Epictastic. So that was my thoughts on Belfast. What did you guys think of the movie in the comment section down below? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or are you somewhere right in the middle? All my social media links in the description box down below. If you'd like to send money to my Cash App, or you would like to send anything from my Amazon wishlist, you can get in touch with me privately and DM me or message me privately. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell, get notified when videos like this are up. Be sure to like this video, comment down below in this video, share this video because it does help with the algorithm. and it does help the channel grow. And with that being said, you guys keep it cool, join the Epictasticness, and I'll see you guys for more videos. Bye bye.